Good evening, running search followers and Facebook friends. It is 10 minutes to 7, and I just got home. It was an interesting day. We had a bit of car trouble, and we were stuck in Schaumburg for a good 6 hours. Um, I went through the 7 miles, great. I've actually been changing up in the last few days. Um, Instead of stopping every mile, I've actually been uh, doing 3 miles in a single shot, um, which has been great. I keep up a good pace. Usually takes me just a little over an hour to get 3 miles in usually. Um, I have one more day of 7 miles, and then I'll be hanging in the Chicago area for the weekend. And Monday will be the last 2 miles, and I'll be doing some media interviews, and then this whole journey will be, I guess, over in a sense. Although I feel like it's just beginning. Um, but today was an interesting day because we had car trouble and we were stuck out in Schaumburg for 6 hours. On the upside, I took my friend Corey out to dinner, and we ate some pad thai at Noodles and Company, and then we got some smoothies at Jamba Juice. I hit on one of the girls there, and she didn't really pick up on my vibe. I don't get it. I mean, I'm like kind of a big deal. I make YouTube videos and stuff. I have a Tumblr. I don't understand. Anyways, um, I'm very fatigued right now, mostly mentally. I'm just pretty drained. I don't know if I said this in my earlier video that I did this morning, but I'm taking tomorrow off. Um, I know that my original end date was supposed to be on Saturday, but because of scheduling with Over the Rainbow and everything, they asked me to wait till Monday to do the last 2 miles. Monday at about noon I should finish. So those of you that are in the Chicago area or wish to travel out there, you can show up to 2040 Brown Avenue in Evanston and celebrate with me. It would be great for you guys to do that. I'd like to see those of you, and those of you I don't know, it'd be cool to see you too. Just don't shoot me or anything. And if you bring me chocolate, please let it be fair traded. That would be awesome. Uh, or a hot meal. I'm very sick of eating protein bars. Uh, I'm doing good, and it's just mostly, my body's holding up well. I am sore in the morning. It does take a lot to get out of bed, but once I get going, it's fine. The mental part of it is definitely wearing. It's very hard to come home to this empty apartment. I'm looking forward to taking the day off and cleaning it. It smells like a foot with all this dirty, sweaty laundry. Um, Looking forward to not waking up at 2. Um, and I've been thinking a lot about independence. It's a big, uh, it's a big part, I guess, of living with cerebral palsy and other people with other things that make them crippled or disabled or whatever they want to call it. You know, so much of my life has been centered around trying to make sure I don't need help from anybody. And to a certain extent, that's been a good thing. I think it's important for anyone who has um, any sort of disability to make themselves as self-sufficient as possible. However, there's this odd sense of pride that gets involved where you can't ask for help at all. Um, that somehow if you ask for help, then all the stereotypes are right and these things. And I've just over the last few years, I've really just noticed how much that's affected my life and how just detrimental it is. I'm finding that independence is just codependency on yourself. That you unhealthily try to fulfill the needs of yourself. And the thing is that you can't share life with people if you're not willing to be open and vulnerable. And that means asking for help, and that means being healthy and asking for help. Um, in most cases, can be healthy. I think as long as you're willing to get well or to move forward, um, and to be involved. You can't have a relationship with somebody, whether that be platonic or non-platonic, if you can't let them into your world and ask for help. If you can't share everything in your life with that person, you're never going to have what you want out of those things. And that is something that's plagued a lot of relationships in my life, in sense of friends. I've had friends that have said that they can't be my friend anymore because of how much help I need with, like getting in and out of cars and whatnot, or I don't know. Like I'm pretty independent, but still I've had that problem. Um, or just needing rides places because the area that I live, the public transportation isn't very good. And uh, I've And so that's kind of stuck with me. So now it's to the point where I'm 25 years old, and every time I have to ask for a ride, I feel terrible, or help with anything. I feel bad about it. Um, I felt bad about asking people to walk with me during this time. I still feel guilty about it. I'm probably gonna wake up in a few hours in the mid and just think it's my fault that Corey's truck, uh, you know, went on the fritz. Even though I know in my head it's not my fault. That regardless if he would have been doing these last 2 days with me, that his truck still would have had this problem. But because it involved helping me, all of that guilt is on me. And guilt has been a big part of this journey that I've been on the last few days. I mean, I feel guilty that I haven't walked since day one. I feel guilty uh, when I'm trying to book speaking engagements and reach out. By the way, if you want to book me for a speaking engagement, please get a hold of me. I would love to. um, and it goes so much deeper to I've had women in my life that have been very interested in me and have been a part of my life, and when it actually comes time to get close and commit, they're like thinking, well, like, but what's life with CJ gonna be like? Does that mean like I have to like help him in the bathroom? Which you don't. I mean, does this mean like, or what happens when he gets older? Just like, what's that gonna be like? And will he be able to provide it like as a father or husband? And I can't for sure answer any of those really. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be like when I'm older. I don't. Hopefully, I can provide. I mean, I think I'll be able to. Hopefully, I won't be on Social Security forever. Um, but it's those types of things in my past that hold me back today from being open and trying to um, depend on anybody is hard. I don't want to. There's a big part of me that doesn't want to trust somebody with that vulnerability. Um, but that's not going to help me move forward. And that's something that I've been seeing through my budding experience in the world of the disabled is just uh, mostly our fears are what stunts us. And a big part of this journey has been just letting go of that, letting go of the fear of what if I fail, or what if I don't, nobody cares. Well, for the first, honestly, the first 7 months of this project, nobody really cared. For the first few months I announced I was raising money, I got zero. Most of the money didn't come in until about maybe 2 or 3 months ago. The media interviews, they didn't come in until about 2 or 3 months ago. Uh, and I think a lot of it was just God showing me that I don't have to be in control of everything. And I think the sooner that I accept that I don't get to be in control of everything, which is strange to say with somebody with cerebral palsy who can control very little in his life, to just say I don't have control. I don't have control over tomorrow. That's why today I take up the cause of the oppressed. And yes, I do believe that people with disabilities have been oppressed in this country. And yes, we are still the best country probably as far as disabilities go, but we are still holding them back. And I say we as in me also. So with that, I'm going to continue on, uh, taking the day off. Saturday's the last big 7 miles. Monday, 2 miles. I want to thank everybody for their support. If you watch these videos, I know they're long, but I deeply appreciate it. Remember, love will not be defeated. Good night.